Hey everybody, AcedTyler here, and welcome back to Let's Play Diddy Kong Racing. What do you say we go grab that last trophy from the final trophy race? Well, not really so much a final trophy race, because, spoilers, there is actually just one more after that, but this is actually the last trophy that we need, though, for now, to in order to chase after Wizpig. And, of course, the last one will be in Dragon Forest. So let's over this way and get this started, and then we should be done with this right now. Then we can just go and make some progress. And first round is Boulder Canyon for some reason, even though Boulder Canyon is supposed to be the third track, and Windmill Plains being the first. So once again, they also mix around the number of courses. But you know, of course, I mean, on the bright side, it's actually just one more hovercraft challenge because God forbid I am sick of hovercrafts. But yeah, this should be the last time we have to deal with this. So they gotta start with the worst. But yeah, that's why I feel like that we do, and like even more so than in Sherbet Island, where they just mix it around. So yeah, just make Boulder Canyon the first track, even though it's supposed to be the third. And actually, as a matter of fact, I know Greenwood Village is next after this, and then after that is Wimble Plains to make it to the third track, even though that's supposed to be the first track. I actually do know one thing that you can do in Boulder Canyon, and you know, it's especially you know, this is actually something I would recommend you do. Well, if you can, though, when you get to the castle area, and especially for the trophy race with the racers catching up to you, you can just ring the bell, and then the drawbridge will raise up, and then that'll force the other racers to go back around using the moat. So that way there you'll be able to get the advantage and just be able to go faster. But I tried doing that, and well, I keep on missing as a result. I think it's one thing because, well, just trying to keep it straight though. You do want to make sure it's precise though, because the bell does also have a bit of a whacked out hitbox. Although now that I think about it, maybe the reason it's like that is because that bell over there, it's very 2D as hell. I mean, just like with the silver coins, because they're very much like those 2D sprites you see here. They seem with the bananas as well. Yeah, well, you know, a lot of N64 games are like that, like even the 3D ones, and they have their collectibles looking like 2D objects. Or I guess you say kind of like 3D rendered 2D objects. Think of it like, I guess you should say, you know, think of like Donkey Kong Country, where, you know, it's you know, mainly a 2D kind of side scroller, but it's very much like a 3D render, which, you know, I will say that to this day is still impressive for the Super Nintendo. And of course, now that I think about it, the first Star Fox game was, well, it's very much 3D using the, well, on the Super Nintendo, which is also, well, I mean, granted, it's dated, like, you know, for these days, but, you know, but back when it first came out, like, back during the Super Nintendo era, and then when Star Fox came out, this was considered revolutionary, so it was considered, like, you know, phenomenal during its time. Because, you know, that was back when 3D was still relatively new. So it was considered to be very impressive and high quality technology there. That was like, you know, during that time, but you know, it's still, I would still say it's impressive even by Super Nintendo standards. But yeah, most of the yeah, like I was saying, yeah, the bell, you just want to make sure you want to be very precise to try to ring the bell, so that way there you can slow the player or slow the racer's progress. But you know, it's very it has a very weird hitbox. Well, probably because it's a 2D object. And Greenwood Village, this is where I kind of struggle a bit. Yeah, you know, considering the fact that I am playing as Banjo and with his rather rough turning, yeah, you can see that this track does have a lot of twists and turns there as well. So it's very hard to maneuver for Banjo. But you know, I just wanted to do a second of a challenge. Yeah, I also did try to use the well for the shortcut, but it didn't work that much. Because I think the other racers actually managed to catch up to me. And okay, now yeah, Conker was actually trying to go on my ass right now, and yeah, see, it's mainly like Diddy and Conker I'm worrying about right now. Ah, eat it, squirrel. Yeah, I think for this race, it's mainly Diddy and Conker trying to catch up. And now I got 5th place. Yeah, this one well, I mean, not as bad as previously, because I still only got 1 point, though, but now Diddy's in the lead. And so, yeah, during this recording, this is actually where, you know, I have to make sure that I absolutely have to win 1st place for the last 2 tracks. Alright, next up, Windmill Plains, and like I said, it's placed as the 3rd track, even though it's supposed to be the 1st track. But, you know, I've also kind of ran about that a lot. So Windmill Plains isn't actually too bad, since, like, you know, most of it is straight shots. There aren't, like, too many twists and turns. I was also going to say, like, if you're playing as Banjo and you're doing the trophy races, like in Greenwood Village, I would say just keep the accelerator button held when you're going across those zippers, because you could potentially go all over the place when you're doing that special boost. That's kind of what I did, but you know, it's all these curves that don't really help or don't help very much. But Windmill Plains is actually a lot better though, because it's mostly like straight shots, and also with the airplane, and the airplane isn't actually too bad to steer. Well, most of the time anyway. And it's actually where you can still do those special boosts, and now I'm actually going ahead of them. But yeah, that's actually where I have to win 1st place, because like any of those instances in which I didn't win 1st place, it's actually like pretty bad. Because like I would end up just getting like either 7th, 5th, or 6th place, but. Yeah, 5th place will only just give you 1 point, and then below that will just give you none. So that's what you want to be careful for. Just yeah, and especially don't go like just as long as you don't go in any of those places, then you should be fine. Just like I think like 2nd or 3rd place might be good enough for a 1st place, but then after that, then that's where you want to continue to do 1st place if you ever hope to win the gold trophy. Yeah, I'm definitely doing good right here with how far I'm going. I know the last race, Haunted Woods, that also does have some curves as well. You know, very much like in Greenwood Village. And considering it's also it's also a pretty short track as well. So that's another thing, but that we'll have to see. But yeah, that's where I was actually getting pretty desperate to just try to win 1st place. And speaking of, there we go, and that was it for Windmill Plains. And now it looks like I'm back in the lead, and yeah, Diddy's like real close to me right now. Because he has 17 points, and he's only 2 points away from getting to 1st. So yeah, that was where I absolutely had to make sure that Diddy wasn't trying to beat me. And yeah, Haunted Woods, that was kind of a desperate attempt right there. Yeah, because like I said, it also does have these twists and turns like that there. And, see, and this is also where I kind of almost fuck up there, and yeah, now Diddy's trying to win as well. But yeah, that's really what you want to watch out for. So, I mean, even with those, like, there's still some straight shots where you can actually still use the special boost. And, okay, there we go. Yeah, at least I had a perfect shot there with just placing that was like right there where Diddy was. So that should slow him down, hopefully. But yeah, only for this section here you can actually use that special boost like I'm doing right now, so that way there you can still get ahead. But yeah, yeah, just as long as I have to make sure that Diddy doesn't win, and just try to be extra careful. Yeah, this one, if you're in this section, then you'll want to use you'll just want to keep the accelerator button held. But just for the other sections, then you can just use that special boost as well. And then there we go, 1st place. And so with that, that means I'm still in the up in the lead. And I wonder who won. Oh, hey, so Diddy actually managed to get 4th place and got less points because of it, because Conker was the one who got 2nd. And so there we go. At long last, we now have the 4th and I guess semi-last Wizpig trophy, because I mean it's not really the final trophy race that we have to do, but it's actually the last one for now that we absolutely do need to get trophies to actually progress further. But other than that, though, then we're done. We're finally finished with Dragon Force. It's officially complete. Let's check our status. And yeah, the game actually says there's only a total of 4 trophies to collect, but there is, like I said, there is actually a 5th trophy. Spoiler warning, that that we can get. But I'm gonna wait till that's gonna be saved for a bonus video because we got the next thing we gotta do. All right, now before we end things off, there's actually one thing to show off, and oh, hello. What is there? There's some sort of red crest on top of this rock, and he's fucking like a chicken. What's going on? Oh, so it is a chicken. He's wearing a disguise the whole time. Oh my god. But yes, anyway, folks, so yeah, this is Drumstick, and he is a new playable racer. So yes, we have just unlocked Drumstick, which, of course, you actually remember seeing him in the intro with the characters, and he was listed there, but he was not at the player selection screen. Well, there he is right now. So I figured just go ahead and show him off right here. So anyways, so now we have unlocked Drumstick, and he's one of the two unlockable racers, and the second one I'll talk about a little later. Drumstick, so let me go ahead and explain what Drumstick is for. He is fast, like he's definitely one of the best racers. His starting may not be very good, but he really makes up for it in speed. And so he's definitely like one of the best racers you can play as, and recommended, like if you ever were to unlock him. And so yeah, what happened was that in the backstory, Drumstick apparently challenged Wizpig to a race and then lost, and so Wizpig turned into a frog as punishment. Being an asshole that he is, and so that's why he was a frog. So we just had to run over him, and then that's how we unlock him. And so there he is. And now we've unlocked him. And yep, that should about do it. So with all 4 trophy races done, and so we should be able to chase after Wizpig. So next time we'll be able to do that. So until then, see you guys later.